Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, tonight we're going to talk about how we learn to stop worrying and love colonization. The United States, throughout our history, we have been an anti-colonial entity, right? No taxation without representation. That whole concept, that whole idea that we were just beleaguered colonies who found our independence, it is part of the American mythology. It's what we are. Yet, along the way, we became a colonial power. And I'm not just talking about the 1900s. I'm talking about now, today. And we've just learned to accept it. What is colonialism? What is it? What's the definition? What happens? You set up within an area that is not part of your national territory, and you extract the wealth. You try to make them more like you, save them from themselves. And normally this is backed up by military force. It's what colonialism is. Granted, today we don't show up and plant a flag and say this is ours now. We allow our corporations to show up and plant their logos, but it's still backed up by military force. We've grown so accustomed and so in love with the idea and so dedicated to the belief that we not only can, but have the absolute right to do it, that when they protest at one of our embassies, we act shocked. When they fight back, we're just appalled. If that's true and you don't believe that the colonized people have a right to do that, I mean, I got some crazy stuff to tell you about some of the stuff the founding fathers did in the early days. A protest at an embassy was pretty low on the list, to be honest. But we've grown accustomed to it. We believe it's our right. We are shocked and dismayed when our troops, thousands of miles from our borders, in countries that don't want us there, get attacked. And the idea, well, we have to support the troops. Support the troops. Get them out of harm's way. Get them out of harm's way. Stop letting them become fodder for major corporations' profit margins. That would be supporting the troops, in my mind. But here we are, every day, and we just accept it. We don't accept it, we love it. The American people in general love this. We're all over the world. The American empire. We are a colonial empire. And it's sad because we've learned nothing throughout history. We are at the point in history where we can colonize Mars, or we can stay here and fight over rocks, minerals. Just like every other colonial entity, as it grows, we begin to be upset at the aliens among us, those from other places. They show up, and, well, they just don't. They're not like us. And so they suffer the wrath that we visit upon their countries. That's how they got here. Our conduits work both ways. So we become terrified of the alien among us because we're terrified of them over there. The only alien I'm scared of are the ones up there. Let's go meet them, see what they're like. Maybe they can teach us, because we've still got a lot to learn. As we applaud the ever expanding empire. It's just something we should keep in mind. We have become exactly what the founders opposed. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good night.